Welcome. I'm Alan Pennico, Executive Director of the Southern California Rental Housing Association. If you don't know, we're a 100-year-old trade organization for those rental property owners, managers, and suppliers in the industry here in Southern California. Today we have another member with us, a longtime member. Chris, why don't you go and introduce yourself?
My name is Chris Martin. I'm a property owner here in San Diego.
Excellent. Thanks for joining us today, Chris. I appreciate that.
Sure.
Tell us how you came to find yourself in the housing industry, being a housing provider. How long has it been? What motivated you to seek out this industry?
Yeah. Well, I got involved in the ownership of rental property to help supplement my retirement future and leave a little something to my kids and grandkids. As I started out my career, I believed it was prudent to, put away some money, income, and save for future, as most people do. There were several options I considered as I did that, such as retirement funds, IRAs, 401k plans, stock market. What I felt that fit me best was real estate. I saved for several years, and when I had enough, I could buy an investment property. I did, a small condo, townhome, and that was about 14 years ago. It was pretty tight to qualify for a loan, and the rental income just barely covered the cost, the mortgage, the property taxes, insurance, HOA. And I netted a whopping $18.24 a month for the first several years. I was getting loaded.
Most people find that to be the case, that you don't make a lot of money at first. It takes quite a while before, several years before you start it starts to make sense and you actually have a margin.
I started to wonder for a while there.
Yeah, exactly. Housing providers are often seen in a negative light. You have a chance. What would you hope that the community at large and your tenants would know about housing providers and what it is that you do?
Well, I think we get a bad rap a lot of times, thinking that we're sitting back here, fat cats, and getting rich and whatnot. And as I said, my first property that I bought, and I only got two, and that's all I could afford so far. It was going really well, and then it wasn't. For the first 4 years, great. Then the residents stopped paying rent due to a job loss, marital problems. And once they vacated the property, they not only owed me for the 3 months of back to rent, they also damaged the walls, the doors, the appliances to the tune of $19,000. The residents disappeared, and all I could do is obtain another loan in order to repair the property, to re-lent it and put it back on the property. Since then, I've been a little luckier, and subsequent residents have been pretty good with a few exceptions. What people don't understand is the typical vacancy loss of income between residents, and then the rent-ready costs. And the thing about the rent-ready costs that people understand is that they're fairly difficult to charge back to the resident without a threat of lawsuit, and we're going to small claims court. So, as I do, as many other owners like myself, I just absorbed it. The interesting and fun part of it, it's a good teaching lesson. My kids and I became pretty good painters and cleaners between residents.
Hard way to gain skills, but I guess it works.
Hey, put them to work. Here's a broom, here's a mop. So, yeah.
Yeah, I hear that story from a lot of folks like yourself, and particularly their kids. The kids come back later, 10, 15 years later, and they're having a discussion. Yeah, I remember my dad used to drive by the property, and I'd have to jump out with a broom and a trash bag and pick up all the trash and sweep down everything. And it's not uncommon. It's quite often that's a Saturday morning ritual.
Yep. How many times we hopped in the car and went over there to clean it up because how much they told us it was cost to haul it away. We said, we'll haul it away ourselves.
Yeah, exactly. How has the Southern California Rental Housing Association helped you manage your properties over the years, especially right now during the COVID and all this chaos?
Well, it's been a blessing in a lot of ways. You fast forward to like today, and what the legislators have been doing is just another thorn in the side of us landlords that are trying to provide housing and provide for a little nest egg for the future. The laws, the guidelines, the rules that keep on getting pushed upon us and forced upon us are so one-sided, and they just continue to impact our goals to try to save for the future. I don't know what's going to be there down the road. You know, they've implemented the rent control, which doesn't make sense, and history proves it doesn't work. Now, due to this COVID situation, they're deferring rents and evictions. And I understand the virus is hard on all, but come on, why punish the landlords that took up the risk of ownership? And you know, sadly, when they push these ideas and agendas, they don't consider the landlord's side at all, and put us in a position that we have to find other ways to stay afloat. The bright side is getting involved with the Apartment Association, now the Southern California Rental Housing Association, as they've been a great resource of information and training on a never-ending changing laws, and being our advocate, you know, and especially for me in Sacramento and then in Washington, D.C. So, you know, I thank you, and I thank all the people involved at the association for helping assist me. So.
I appreciate the praise. We do work very hard, and we're very diligent about the regulations and trying to make sure we're on top of it and giving you all the correct information, which, as you said, has been very difficult because, you know, a law will pass Tuesday afternoon, and by Wednesday morning we're trying to crank out the new rules, and by Wednesday afternoon another law passed that changed it, and we're starting the whole process over again. So on Thursday we have new rules and clean information for our members. It's changing very quickly, and but we like doing it, and the team's been really responsive to it, and we enjoy working for our members. So thanks, Chris, for joining us today. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
Well, I've sent several people your way that keep calling me that I got them into this business, and they go, okay. But so again, several of my friends that got involved in rental properties really appreciate what you guys do every day. Thank you very much.
I appreciate it. Thanks for joining us today. Have a great day and stay safe.
You too, Benny. Best to you.